What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys have all been good. So today, I guess tonight I should say, but I kind of want to put an intro to the future for the 81 Chevy Silverado. So a few weeks, it's probably been a few months now, it had acquired a knock. So I'll go ahead and put in some videos of kind of what happened. You can hear it knocking. I started the next morning or next night, same thing, knocking. So I'll go ahead and put those in here. So now we can definitely hear it. So you could say it's pretty much perfect, you know. So I guess the engine's toast. I actually did end up having to put a breather on it because in that last race we did, I'll put a video and I have some pictures of the amount of blow by and then what I found in the air filter. So I'll insert that here. So just looking over, it's pulling the air filter off the truck from this last weekend because I had, or I guess it wasn't this last weekend, the weekend we went to Woodburn. So this thing has blow-by issues, but that's just from that weekend because I pulled this off beforehand.
Now can I talk?
Hang on. I'll come over here to the old carburetor and you can see that it is just all over the place. So I think I need to buy a catch can because clearly this thing has a ton of blow-by. All right, so you can hear there's clearly a knock. So leads us to where we're at now. So looking through Facebook Marketplace and found a 2006 Chevy Tahoe Suburban, I can't remember. So that tells you what's going on. We are going to be LS swapping the 81 Silverado. Let me put in a video of the donor truck and so you guys kind of see what went down. So here's the video of that. This last video, it had a knock. So let's talk about doing an LS swap. And so I've been looking for a truck for a while, whole parts truck, and well, we'll see what we bought. So here it is. It's a 2006 Chevy Suburban. It was an ex-police car. Let's see if the alarm still works. Oop, still gets in. So really the inside doesn't matter. That's not really what we're here for. So it smells bad, really bad. So I bought this yesterday and it has a bad transfer case. The chain I think is stretched or something stripped. So got it for a good deal. Transmission seems to work okay. We're not using that, but so here it is. It's 5.3. It's 06. It's pretty clean. It's got your typical road grime. Looks like the water pump's been replaced. I'm glad I wanted a Tahoe or a Yukon just because of the electric fans, because I'm probably gonna end up using the stock radiator of this in my truck. So it's a cop car, so it's got dual batteries, which doesn't do me any good, but it's got the high amp alternator. Yeah, it's kind of messy. I'm gonna pressure wash it today before I start pulling things out because I hate working on things dirty. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I have mounts, fuel tank, fuel pump. I have a lot of stuff that I'll show you once we get into actually doing the swap. But for right now, I'm just trying to get this whole engine out and whatever else I might need. So let's check the oil this morning, and we'll get it fired up. Definitely looks like you could use a little bit of oil, so let me grab some oil, we'll throw it in, and we'll get this thing fired up. All right, let's go ahead and fire this thing up. It does have like 233,000 miles on it. Oil pressure gauge doesn't work, pretty normal Chevy shit stuff. Alternator's charging. It's gonna check engine light for evap. I know it's kind of hard to see. She does have a bit of a belt, I think it's an idler squeak. Otherwise it sounds really good. There's zero blow by. Out here at the exhaust, sounds pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with the way it is so far. It was a little low on oil. When I do pull this out, I'll put some new gaskets in it and stuff, so I'm not too concerned about that. Is the donor rig. Engine's pulled now, and yeah, so I've been slowly cracking away on it. It's a 06 5.3. It's got like 230,000 miles on it. I have, the only thing I've done is power washed it, super dirty. I just put all new gaskets in it for right now. That's kind of, I then just gave it a, in the words of Derek from Vice Grip, a Craigslist rebuild. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Future plans will be a cam, valve springs, trunnion upgrade, all that stuff. But I want to just get it in the, get this in the truck and get it driving. So the headers, they're just some eBay swap headers. See if they work. I'm not 100% sure. Other than that, it's pretty stock. I do have AC bracket, or the alternator bracket. I need to get a power steering pump because this originally was a Hydro Boost car, so I need to get a different pump. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and link in a couple pictures of what looks like under the valve covers. It's actually pretty clean for having 230,000 miles, so I'll put those in here. All right, so we're getting ready to pull one of these valve covers off. I haven't actually seen what it looks like inside. This engine supposedly had 230,000 miles on it. It was an ex-police car. So I just got the 4 bolts loose, and let's see how bad it might be. Oh, let me grab a prying device that I just had here somewhere. I'm really hoping it looks decent. Hope it's not sludgy. All right, here we go. That actually looks pretty good. I'm actually really happy with that so far. That is probably one of the cleaner engines I've come across. So for having 230,000, it's pretty clean. It was an ex-cop car, so it was probably, I hope, maintenance regularly. So yeah, I do have Holly Terminator, which will be powering this. We'll just end up doing a truck intake, throttle body, all that fun stuff. I have an EFI fuel tank, fuel pump, all the swap parts, mounts, etc. Once we get into pulling the engine out of the truck, we'll kind of go into more detail of what I used. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, most of it's eBay based stuff. So I kind of went expensive on the Holly Terminator. Everything else is kind of lower budget. You know, it's just the way I'm doing it. It may be a mistake, but I got to learn the hard way, I guess. So we'll get into all the swap stuff, how I'm going to do it, radiator, all that fun stuff. But I figured I'd give you guys a little update on the truck and what's going to be happening here in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video off there. I'd like to say thanks for watching.